Hello, my name is Brice Hulstrom. Today is April 29th, 2018. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. Today I'm going to talk to you about search engine optimization. Reading through the information, it occurred to me that search engine optimization, dealing with Google's web crawlers, their algorithm, there's actually a real world example of how these crawlers work. And I'm going to make that connection in this video here. So, bots are little crawlers. They crawl through web pages, and they're separate from Google's form payments and that sort of thing with their AdWords service. So they're not affected by paying for them. So you can't pay to have the crawlers search through your website more often than not. You can pay to have your website featured as a non-organic listing. So that's the first thing that I got from SEO. So second, and this is where the ants come in, how to get the crawlers to your site. Well, the software is the crawler, and that program are like ants from a colony. They go from website to website, or leaf to leaf, searching for stuff that they find to be interesting. In this case, for the web crawlers, it's clickable links, and in the case of ants, it's sugar water. So as those crawlers come back to Google, they've indexed the page, and that's kind of like the ants coming back to the hive, bringing the sugar water or food. Using title tags and alt tags can attract the crawlers, like using sugar water on a leaf. Sugar water attracts the ants. Using the title tags and the alt tags also attracts Google's web crawlers. Another thing, just like ants, the crawlers will return to the same place that they've been before, looking for new links and new content. Just like ants will go back to wherever they've found food before, looking for more food. So another thing you can do to get these crawlers to your website is number 3, create a sitemap. And a sitemap is an XML document telling Google where everything is on your site. There's tools such as XML sitemaps generator to help you generate these. Just like anybody that's been out in the woods will tell you, or on a long road trip before there were cell phones and GPS all over the place, having a good map is invaluable, and that's what this XML document is. It's a map for those web crawlers so the ants know where to go. Once you've created that sitemap, you should probably submit it to Google Webmasters. You're going to need a Gmail account for that, and that just helps them out. When you do that, you should also install Google Analytics. It kind of gives Google a heads up, letting them know, hey, there's new content out there. You know, if you were to spray some pheromone on that sugar water, you'd be giving the ant colony a heads up, hey, there's some new food out here, you should probably come get it. You should submit your website's uniform resource locator, or your URL. That's the www.youtube.com, www.google.com, www.whitehouse.gov, to your search engine so that they know that it's there. Use your social media profiles, update them, and link them in. It helps Google know that you're linked in, that this is a real web page, people are actually using it. And share your website link on your social media. While Google's web crawlers may not be crawling through your social media accounts, the other people will click your link and Google will recognize that. You need to have clickable links on your website, or Google's web crawlers won't navigate to that site. So if you need a username or password, or you just even need to put a username in, Google won't navigate to that site, and then therefore it will not be indexed and brought back to the colony. So when you go to Google's little hive there to look for your sugar water on your leaf, and you put it in the title of your leaf, it ain't going to show up. So make sure that you use clickable links on your website so that those ants can find that sugar water and bring it back to the colony. So number 4, what are these alt tags and title tags? Well, an alt tag describes the function of a button. So if you were to put your mouse button over a picture of a dollar bill next to produce, it might tell you this is the button for buying broccoli. The title tag will say, click on this button to purchase broccoli. Pretty simple once you know the difference. So number 5, meta descriptions. That name means nothing to me, so I had to read into it a little bit. And a meta description is basically a 320 character document in your website's code, the HTML, which describes the content, and you have there's a specific format for it, so look for that. You want to get the visitor to click your link. It's the sugar water for your bee trap, for your ants on the leaves, gets them to come to the website. You need to contain structured content in your meta description, and it should include a call to action like find out more, try now, buy today. And this should go without saying, but your meta description, the image that pops up when people search for your website on Google and it's on the indexed list, it should probably match what's on your website. If you tell them you're selling shovels, you should have shovels on your website. If you say you're selling shovels and they click on your website and they find out you're selling tractors, that's not what they're looking for. They're going to click back to Google. If you get too many bounce backs, Google is going to make your content disappear. And finally, you need to have anchor text. It's your clickable links. You need to use a branded one or unique item. And last but not least, content should be 5 to 7 minutes long to keep the user on the website for longer. And if you click on this video or look down at the time, it is about 7 minutes and 20 seconds as of now. Thank you.